line. Leave them broken at the finish sign. Glory waits for those who dare. In the heat of battle, we're prepared. No mercy shown, no second place. In this league, there's no disgrace. If you're not first, you know the luck. But in the end, it sucks to suck. On the end, it sucks. Clears and engines die. The victors stand, the rest just cry. The truth is hard, the road is rough. If you can't keep up, well, it sucks to suck. Engines roar, the lights go green. Metal beasts on gasoline. Pedal down, no turning back. Feel the thunder on the track. Chrome and steel, the battle calls. Through the smoke, we stand tall. Rivals crushed, we leave in dust. Speed is our only trust. You think you're fast, you think you're tough, but on this track it sucks to suck. Born to race, born to fight. Push the limit, own the night. Feel the fire, hear the sound. Burning rubber on the ground. No mercy shown, no second place. In this league, there's no disgrace. If you're not first, you know the luck. But in the end, it sucks to suck. Feel the rush, adrenaline. Victory in our skin. Tighten the grip, hold the line. Defeat's the word we leave behind. Danger right with every turn. In every crash, a lesson learned. The roar of engines, scream of tires. Feeds the need, ignites the fire. You thought you had the skills to win, but the checkered flag is where it begins. Born to race, born to fight. Push the limit, own the night. Feel the fire, hear the sound. Burning rubber on the ground. No mercy shown, no second place. In this league, there's no disgrace. If you're not first, you know the luck. But in the end, it sucks to suck. On the edge of speed, we drive the line. Leave them broken at the finish sign. Glory waits for those who dare. In the heat of battle, we're prepared. No mercy shown, no second place. In this league, there's no disgrace. If you're not first, you know the luck. But in the end, it sucks to suck. On the end, it sucks. Clears and engines die. The victors stand, the rest just cry. The truth is hard, the road is rough. If you can't keep up, well, it sucks to suck. Engines roar, the lights go green. Metal beasts on gas.
Welcome tonight, everyone, to the Core GT Season 10. This is not round 1, unlike the SDK graphics says. This is round 2. Take a second, and this is not Hockenheim. This is Daytona. Things are broken. That's normal here. Let's get that, so at least it sounds correct there. There we go. All right. Yep, this is Daytona. 67 degrees out here at virtual Daytona International Speedway here. Looks like the track temp is going to be pretty similar then. All right. These guys are starting up qualifying here, and let's go and see. No one's set a lap yet, but let's hop on. Let's find one of our quick guys here. How about Mason Smith? He's going to be running the Mercedes here. We'll hop on board with Mason as he's doing his, I believe this will be out lap, as they're only a minute into quali here. He won't have had enough time to do a full one. So he's launching on to the oval section here. So as he's taking a little bit of time here, you can kind of see the interior of that Mercedes here. We'll hop onto the nose and tail there. You can hop in and see him take the bus stop here. One of the things Mason is quite good at is using every little bit of available roadway to him. So nice to see tonight, looking like we have a decent selection of cars. I see some McLarens, see some Porsches, see a Mustang, a Corvette, Acura, Ferrari even, and an Audi. The only thing I'm not seeing currently on my list over here, which has got a couple more, looks like we got about 30-something drivers in here tonight, is maybe the BMW. I don't think we have a BMW represented here tonight. So I know Tyler Kakeko will be missing that. A little bit of a squiggle there out of Mason coming out of turn 1 and 2 technically there. But through the horseshoe as he launches it down here around this left-hander, which on cold tires is going to be a little sketchy.
Hello.
And it's Dom. We got you in the booth now.
Hello, how's it going?
I was sitting here watching your old teammate do his qualifying lap there. You know, doing his normal, using every inch of the racing surface available to him.
Yeah, it sounds like Mason. Sounds like Mason.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice. I was telling everybody, we have a selection. I think every car except for the BMW represented here tonight.
Well, that's really good. That's really good. Got a nice diverse car field today.
I mean, going through, I mean, you know how all these handle, and considering we don't adjust BOP per week the way iRacing does for their special events. What would have been your pick had you been running tonight?
Well, as you know, I'm a big V8 fan.
Yeah. Well, man,
So-
the Mercedes for you is always going to have a nice spot.
Yes, but in reality, it probably would have been somewhere along the lines of BMW, maybe Mustang. Mustang has shown its strengths here pretty well on the straights. The Porsche has its weakness on the straights, but it's really good in the corners. So I probably would have chosen either the BMW or Mustang.
Okay. I figured you may have gone for like the Corvette or maybe the McLaren, considering they got the largest power
Yeah.
bops.
Yeah, well, the McLaren is still a good solid pick, but to me, the Vet kind of drives with a bit more sloppiness to it. I think it's just a bit loose compared to the other options you can choose from, but still a good choice, of course.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's I don't get along with the Vet very well, but I know in the right hands it can be really fast. I know James Molyneux was saying that the Acura, he feels like they've changed something in it. Is that something they've actually done, or is that just a little psychosomatic? Maybe just this setup here.
It could be the setup here. I think we're running a different setup than we typically do at this racetrack. I think we're running Daytona Fixed. And Daytona Fixed is just a bit more sloppy compared to the fixed set that we're typically used to running.
I mean, the fact that
so
it has
that might
no
be what
rear
it's
wing
feeling.
at all.
Yeah, it's a bit more happy compared to the other sets that we drive here in this league, but that could be what it's feeling. I don't think they've made any changes directly to the car, apart from maybe a bop or two to it. But yeah.
Looking here at our overall, currently Carl Handwerk holding down third place overall. So nice to see the league owner actually getting out to play a little bit. I guess getting a little practice in.
Yeah.
I'm guessing after
nice.
last night's LMP2 performance, he was not so happy. He forgot that cold tires and LMP2 were really a thing and spun it, I believe, right there by the pit straight, and then got boinked.
Oh, that's no fun.
No, it never really is. So.
Lap times are looking pretty good.
Yeah, definitely got a few down into the 44s. I thought They are in half fuel tanks, or is it 40%?
Yeah.
Is it? I forget. Well, it should be the setup, but yeah. So they don't have a full tank, but
Mm-mm.
I thought we might see a little bit lower. I mean, the track temp. Let me pull up our little weather thing here. Yeah, track temp 67, so should be nice and good.
Nice and cool.
See what Carl clicks in on that run there. Waiting for it to update. I'm guessing he may have stepped over the bounds there. Did not clock in a time on that one. Either that or he ran the exact same as he did the lap before. Which, it's Carl, it's possible, but... yeah. Looking through the guys we have here, they've got, looks like about 2.5 minutes left to put in a time.
Mm-hmm.
Have Stoneman here in the Cookie Monster Acura.
Cookie.
Oh, just sorry. I say Cookie. Well, it's Chips Ahoy, so that'll work.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. It's got the Cookie Monster on the back. That's not going to be disturbing if you're following him for a few laps. Okay.
Hopefully we can look more at the apexes and not the back of the car.
Kelly Pointer here running the... what is Kelly in? He's in the Corvette. And then here's somebody in the Audi. I wouldn't have guessed the Audi being a good pick here tonight. You know, generally, high speed is not its forte. Yeah, if you look at that big old boxy thing, it's kind of...
Yeah, that's typically not a car that's chosen. I haven't seen the Audi run in a while. Last time I think I saw it was Zolder, I think, because it's actually a decent car to drive. It's older, but
it wasn't bad there, yeah. Ricky Renner, the highest of the McLarens, up there, just into the 144s. And it looks like Justin Munsell here, one of our new rookies. Although I got a feeling if he's clocking in times above Schwartz, Mason, and Carl, he won't be in a rookie for very long.
no. No, looks like he's been putting in some practice though, because he was having some issues last race. It looks like he found some time. Putting in a better lap there of a 44.4.
I mean, this is Daytona, so, you know, a lot of people do a lot of practice, especially with the 24 coming up this weekend. So I think, is it you and James running and Thad running the GTP?
Yeah, running the new hypercar Ferrari, yeah.
Oh, so you are running the Ferrari. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Well, that'll be interesting. Let's see. Looking
Should
through
be
here
fun.
for people that look slightly out of position, Mark Gonzalez in 5th overall right now in the Goodwrench Corvette. He's 144.8. You know, but really, to find you I mean, we've got the top 10 all in the 144s. So, definitely not many slouches around when it comes to...
the top 14 are all within a second of each other, so that's pretty tight. Yeah,
let's pull
pretty
up the
tight.
grid here. We're going to show our classes real quick. And I guess it's going to show me the rookies first because Justin clicked in that fast time there with a 144.452. And then, but the way we're going to start, actually, let me see. But give me the overall. There we go. Yeah. So this will be their actually starting order. You'll have Justin leading them off on pole, Jonathan Schwartz in second, Carl Handwerk in third, Mason. God, Mason down in fourth. I mean, last season it was you and Mason, for 1 and 2, with Schwartz putting in the occasional spoiler in there. But I know Carl can be quick, but that's impressive. Then Mark Gonzalez, the top silver there, in 5th. Jack Stoneman starting in 6th. Kelly Pointer in 7th. Bronson Stafford in another rookie in 8th. Let's see if she will. We're going to do one line at a time? Yep. Ricky Renner in 9th. Alan Gullison in 10th. Nathan Sides in 11th. Nick Terrell in 12th. 13th will be Braden Carlson. 14th will be Jack Peterson. Matt Sisler in 15th. Eli Brandel in 16th. Who else we got in here? 17th. Our man from the booth, Tyler Scozen. 18th, Jag Jackson. And let me find somebody. Is anyone actually... Okay, yeah, there we go. Let me show you some of the cars. See, now we're 19th will be Josh Betts. 20th, John Crane. 21st, Eric Martin. 22nd, Josh Anderson. Scroll through a few more here. 23rd, Ian Howard. 24th, Brandon Mateo. 25th, William Burrell. 26th, James Molyneux. 27th, Tim Thompson. 28th, Alexander Hamrick. 29th, Paul Lawson. And 30th is Shane Theron. So I guess Shane got his iRacing account back. He was having trouble, I think it was Tuesday night, trying to get it renewed before the Xfinity race and missed that. And then Robert Kinney in 31st. So
Yep.
Shane in rookies, but definitely we've seen him over in Xfinity and not the slowest man around. So will be interesting to see where he stacks up in this group here as we are doing the pacing here. So luckily we did the short pace lap. So that's starting right before the bus stop. Let's get a few things of house cleaning done. Have our car numbers pulled up with our track map there.
I'm gonna do a send you a message on Discord.
Do a what?
Send you a message on Discord.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Let's see. I think I can share my screen. If anyone notices when I do this, if the stream starts dropping out, let me know.
Green.
There we go. Alright, and we are off racing into turn one. Justin is going to take the lead. Schwartz.
Everybody's making the way through turn one nicely.
I'm going to kind of keep this back here because this is normally where you'll see some of the drama. And looks like everybody got through cleanly. And Schwartz putting a little, or Justin putting a little bit of gap there on Schwartz. And then Mark Gonzalez up into fourth already in that Cookie Monster car. And it's Stoneman. Is that right? Okay, there we go. Now it's straightening out. Yep, there's Mason. Looking to get his spot back. Yeah. Is he gonna give him a little bump draft?
Mason choosing to run the Mustang. The Mustang, the Merc. That's interesting to see him in that.
Oh,
Definitely change the pace for him.
We'll go to the tail shot here. Got that, see the Cookie Monster. Yeah, that's got to be a little disturbing to see that in your rearview mirror.
Just a little bit.
But as you see, looking like...
got a slowdown there.
Uh-huh. That's going to let Kelly Pointer take the position. I'm going to look down here on the front, and you can see the gap Mark Gonzalez has got over. But Carl Handwerk here, let's get that, making a move on. Schwartz keeping that second position, but Carl definitely looking to maybe get it. Oh no, no show.
Kelly.
No, that's not Kelly. That was Mark Gonzalez.
That was Mark Gonzalez, yes.
And there's a Mustang, and there's drama and carnage all back in here. So I have to close.
Yeah, Mark Gonzalez, he ran with wide there on the exit of turn one and lost the car.
So he's here.
Yeah,
yep,
just oversteps it. Oversteps it a little bit.
And it looks like Sisler here having a little bit of a moment. So he's
was
down the
another-
inside with the Mustang.
No, Mustang
Oh,
loses it on the
self-spin on the
brakes.
inside.
Yep.
And then is the rest just... Ooh.
Oh, another spin on the
Is that
inside
Ricky?
there.
No.
That's that's
No.
Hamrick, Alexander Hamrick.
Okay. Alright. It looked like the same paint job as Ricky, so for
Yeah.
a second there I was like, wait, yep, and somebody's already starting for the pits there. We will scroll back through here.
Braden Carlson getting a slowdown in the bus stop. Ay, ay, ay. It's gonna cost him the place.
So it looks like Justin Munsell still leading here. Almost a half a second gap over Schwartz. Another 6/10 back to Carl. And you have Mason and Kelly right on his tail. They go down here into 1 and 2 and 3. So like, when you're calling something out there, it's like, where does 1 end and 2 begin?
Yeah, I don't know. They just need to call it the one complex and just combine the two together.
Yeah.
So turn 1 complex, and then we can go to turn 3. We'll just skip to turn 3.
Or just turn, you have turn 1, the turn 1 complex, and then you have the horseshoe. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
But looking back through here, got Nick Tyrrell trying to make a move here on Stoneman.
Yeah.
So
Someone's gonna have the inside though into the horseshoe there, or into the oval. Excuse me.
yeah,
Looks like he's gonna get ahead. Nick Terrell will be able to tuck behind on the draft.
looks like a little bit of cold tires even. So looking back through here, I mean, if you look on the track map there, you can see the leader going through the bus stop now. And yet you've got cars all the way to just now getting onto the... I just hate calling this a Roval. I mean, that's what it is, but it just seems wrong. Like, Charlotte's the Roval.
Yes.
Daytona's
yeah.
Daytona. That's just is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, but looking like our fastest lap here so far is going to Justin with a 1:44.67. And he's doing that without a draft. So,
Yeah. Pretty cracking lap time.
Peterson looking like he might want a little bit of Nick here. So they're going to go down into 1 and going to try to take the outside line.
Ooh, oh, little colossal
That's a
there into turn 1.
Going for a cutback line maybe? Or just decided,
No.
I don't want any part of this.
Yeah, now Nick Terrell going for a bit of a send there on Stoneman.
Yep, and
Stoneman
looks
holding
like-
that. He's going to have the inside though for the kink.
You can go too wide there, but you have to
Can.
have somebody
Oh,
who
he's
knows
gonna-
what's
he's
going
gonna hold
on.
it. Oh,
Ooh.
Nick Terrell off track a little bit. Held it on with the brakes though. Still on the inside.
Are we sure Nick's not an off-road guy? Because he had no problems having 2 tires off the track there where most people are going to wreck it.
Oh, still side by side though. This is good racing here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's clear now.
I was saying,
He's
not
clear
only is
now.
it side by side, it's like inches side by side.
Yeah, that was really good there. Really good there.
It's like he's trying to get that big sniff. As Chris would say, give
I'm
me the
sure
big
Nick is
suck.
gonna back out of this one. I'm sure Nick is gonna back out of this one. There's no. Yeah, he is. Okay. Good man. Good man. Just
Well, that's
hold
one
on
of those
to it for
things.
turn 1.
I mean, if you know what you're doing, Dom, at that point, do you wait for the last second to back that out and hope the guy in front of you just overshoots a little bit, thinking that he's going to have to defend too wide?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you definitely want to leave your car there just to think. You know, play a little bit of mind games there, as Peterson gets a run on Nick Terrell. But yeah, you definitely want to play a mind game. In that situation. Oh, Nick Terrell backing all the way out of that.
Yeah.
He said no thank you.
I mean, my thing is, if you're not amazingly faster than somebody, you know, at this point, save the fuel.
Yes,
You know.
yeah.
I mean, if you have the pace in the infield, you can drop, you can technically lose half a second getting, down into turn 1 where you back off.
Yeah.
And that'll save so much.
It will. It will.
Yeah, yeah.
Stillman getting
This.
past Brunson, and then Peterson also making some contact with Brunson as Nick Terrell slips his way back through, leading onto the oval now. That was an interesting section there, but yeah, I mean, definitely if you think you're on pace, or you're a little faster than the car in front of you, and you're having some good racing and you're confident enough to try and leave it on the outside, and then back out last minute. Just playing that mind game with them through all these corners on any track can really determine whether you get that position or not. Because if you can lead them into thinking that you might get, too wide through the bus stop, then you might get a better exit than them, and then you can, get them on the straight. So just little things like that, which Nick played it perfectly there,
So this
as
little
he's now
group,
getting attacked by Peterson.
but I mean, trying to pass somebody on the outside here is so hard. I mean, you're having to take the long way around.
Mm-hmm. He's making it. He's making it done though. That was good.
Yeah,
He's got the draft from the Audi in front of him.
yeah. I was gonna say that that McLaren is just slick.
Oh, massively late on the
Oh,
brakes.
little touch,
Oh,
little touch.
Yeah, he takes him out there.
That'll be one
That's
for
really
review for
unfortunate.
later.
Yes, yes. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say that's on Peterson there. Got to be a little earlier on the brakes than that.
Let's take a look here. Seeing another accident from Mark Gonzalez here. What is going on?
Oh,
Corvette doing Corvette
yeah, Audi
things.
spin, yeah. Bias too far to the rear. Might have to bring that bias more forward there.
So we have 31 guys here tonight. That's a full
Pretty
field.
big field.
Everybody gearing up for the 24.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty big field.
The interesting thing I found we can do, show everybody the strength of field for each one of our divisions here. Platinum up at 3.2K. Gold at 2.1. Rookies at 1.3. Silver 1.3. And bronze at 0.9. So the rookies, you got a few guys in there that are skewing the numbers slightly.
Just a little bit.
A few highs, a few lows. So we will be in about 3 more races seeing those guys shake into their divisions. So
Yep.
hide that back there. But yeah, it's looking like, if I had to guess, what do we have here? You got someone like Paul Lawson here running in the 150s. It's a 29. Where is he on track there? So he's back there a ways.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Leaders will be catching him within another 10 laps or so.
we got Josh Anderson here running that Chase Decals paint job, our title sponsor for this series. So if anybody needs
Excellent
some
paint.
commercial, what do you call it? Commercial vinyl work done, contact Chase at Chase Decal, or contact Josh over there at chasedecals.com. So I want to know what happened to, why is he at the back? Oh. Look back there. Apparently Braden Carlson had an accident here. What happened to him? Is that just because he went? Oh, whoa!
Oh my god. He might
I
have had a
guess-
I don't know, it can't be a slowdown.
No, yeah,
I
you
don't
get
know.
dinged. You get dinged before that point. Maybe
Yeah.
he just ran a little wide, but whew.
I almost came to a stop there.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, okay, here we go. Here's the wreck for Josh. Oh. Well, there's part of it. Where is the rest of it? Oh, hold on.
A bias issue there into turn 1.
No, he's...
Oh no. It's not a bias issue. He gets
Oh.
absolutely pummeled.
Who is that?
Jeez. What
Yeah,
was that about?
he was sideways way before.
Oh.
Let's see. That is going to be... Let me go quarter speed, and I have to find... No.
Oh. It's absolutely rear-ended there.
Oh, it's not going to do that. Okay. So I would have to. Oh, yeah. Well, that's not going to tell me who that was, but we'll figure that out later on.
Was a
Check.
black McLaren.
Yeah, see if you can figure out.
Uh,
SDK prevents me from doing the same controls as iRacing when I'm in replays.
I think that might have been Molyneux, James Molyneux, I think who that was in the black McLaren.
Okay.
Uh,
Looking up here,
Possibly.
top 3 still Justin, Carl, and Jonathan. All of them right within that 1 second gap. Carl,
yeah, Carl had been closing in that gap on him for quite some time now. They're not really saving too much though. I've been listening on the onboard, and they're not really saving too much into turn 1 in a lot of places. They're going all out here.
I was saying, no, they're still running qualifying pace. They're 144
Yeah.
fours.
They're absolutely pushing here. I would think, my mind, I would be wanting to save to go that extra lap. I mean, it's Daytona. It's probably one of the easiest tracks to save fuel. Carl, though, has got a huge run on Justin here into turn 1.
Alright. And Carl is one of those. He will take it to through the braking zones with you time and time again.
Yeah.
So is he going to try to make a little look here into the horseshoe? Oh, he's going to try the cutback line,
Justin
isn't
defending a little bit.
he? Not quite enough.
No.
Yeah. I mean, Carl needs to use the fact of that rear-engine Porsche, catch him in a slow corner, and use that traction that Porsche has down in first gear on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's the horseshoe, and then there's this corner, really. I mean, those are the ones you're going to get the biggest gain out of.
Yeah, but if I'm mistaken, I think at least with this setup, I'm pretty sure the Porsche has faster straight line speed than the Acura. So I'm sure if Carl here can get a run, a good bus stop here, he can definitely get him into turn 1.
Yeah, looking back through here, you know, you've got Mason about a 1.7 back here, but then you got Kelly back here. You know, if these two were smart, save the fuel. You know.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they're doing. Especially Mason being in the vet, or excuse me, being in the Merc, and Kelly being in the vet. They're both V8s. I mean, I'm sure they'll got to be lifting to save that fuel.
Oh, so yeah, you know the Merc's a thirsty little
Yeah.
thing.
It is. Oh, Carl getting a huge run again on Justin here. Going up high into turn 1.
He's got a little bit more on him this time.
Cruising in a little bit. Possible switchback, maybe? Oh, nope, Justin covered it. Justin did cover the
if you do it
switchback, but
just
he's right on him.
Maybe a little bump and run here.
Covering the inside. Justin breaks a little too late. Drags it through the hairpin.
Carl's
Carl
sliding the
still
front
getting a good
tires
run.
across. Yeah, that's the problem with the Porsche. If you lean on those front tires a little too hard, it does not take long to burn up that right front out here.
They're just going past Paul here. Paul letting them go by safely.
And a little bit of weird graphical things out of iRacing there.
Nice job by Paul letting those leaders by.
And Carl taking the position.
Yeah, Justin letting him go there.
Or is Justin saying, hey, I'll let you have it and I'm going to save the fuel? You know.
Oh no, actually, I
loose.
think he got a little loose there on the exit onto the oval. He was correcting a little bit. I don't know if he let him by 100%.
I mean,
Going onto the oval, he was a bit squirrely.
I can tell you here in Monza and Spa, sometimes just being in second, just, you know, as Jimmy Covert would say, sit in the catbird seat. Just wait.
Yeah. That's what I'd be doing. If I was Carl, I would have just saved the fuel right behind him. Unless he really had that much more pace than him, which we'll see here in these next few laps, if he really does. But I would have just
the
stayed behind him.
Acura is not pulling up to the back of the Porsche the way he was pulling up to the back of that Acura. I can tell you somebody's a GTP driver with that line.
Yeah, those are definitely the prototype lines there for sure. I definitely think that Porsche though has the straight line advantage over the Acura. I also think Justin's struggling though with these tires. Something
Yeah.
is he's slowed down quite a bit over recent times.
The other thing is the Porsche is always so good in the infield. Maybe he was.
Oh, he braked really late there, really late. Wow. Got it slowed down though.
Yeah, it looks like he may have been trying to plan a send, and Carl saw it coming and just drove it in a little deep. Yeah. I mean, that's the fun thing to watch about with racing. You know, everybody assumes it's, oh, I'm faster, I'm better. And, it's where you can put your car and deny the other guy the line he wants to run. That's where you start seeing the big difference. Checking back here on Mason and Kelly, just kind of keeping it here. And then you have Jack Stoneman has been creeping up to the back of Ricky Renner. I've been watching this for a few laps here. I think Stoneman wants those 2 positions he's lost back. Looking back through here, our biggest gain here so far is Shane Theron, up 15 spots, along with Robert Kinney.
Yeah, he just set his fastest lap on 45.5.
So not the fastest out there, but still
Yeah.
respectable. I'm guessing this is because of lap traffic, but last lap. There we go. Oh,
Justin in the
in
pits?
the pits. Mason in the pits.
That
Now,
Carl and John able to extend it 1 extra lap.
but here's a question. If you're Mason and you have saved that extra fuel, do you take that quote-unquote short pit right here just to jump, a little bit of track position? Because if you get 4 seconds ahead right here, they're going to have to run you down.
Yeah, if Mason did, hell, I don't know. It'd be tough. He would have to have the pace advantage in order for him to do that. It looks like him and Kelly are right in the. Mason's gonna let him go.
If I let him go, Mason's going to be pushing him through the pits. So yeah, with Kelly stopping at the same time there, I don't think that's the case.
No, I don't think they went that extra lap.
But now here's the other thing. If you're Justin, you've got Eric Martin here. He's 5 seconds ahead. So
11 other drivers. 12 other drivers went an extra lap.
So you've got one person in front of you, but I mean a good little ways. The real question is, watching Carl here, did Carl manage to save 2 laps?
Oh, I don't know. He had been pretty aggressive with Justin there for a while. Either they went in early or Carl managed to save another lap.
Nathan has popped off of my timing screen here.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
that's
also don't see
Carl.
him anymore. They're coming in to do their pit stop.
Oh, no, Nathan popped back in. Ricky came in. Now, that looks like somebody who's taking an extra lap, doesn't it? No, that's Braden coming in.
Should be everybody's in lap.
I was going to say, I think the only person that might be able to make it work would be someone in a McLaren. And Josh Betts being the last one. Yep. So we'll have to see. Coming out is Munsell right there. Who's going to come out of the pits first? Schwartz with a quicker pit stop than Carl. But
He's gonna have the run on the exit. Looks like Justin is gonna get by him.
Yep. But again, that 1 extra lap.
Oh, a little slippage there.
Now, if you're
Carl
Justin,
again,
you're going to be praying, don't let that Porsche get ahead of me because I can't run him back down.
Yeah. Oh, they're both sliding. As Justin almost took out Carl there.
Oh, right on that tail. Bet you hope Justin was wearing his brown pants there for that moment.
Mm-hmm. John getting a 4-second faster stop than Carl and a 5-second faster stop than Justin. He definitely short pitted on that one. Hopefully he can use it to his advantage. With these two cars being in the draft of each other, they'll be pulling on him unless he can put out some miracle lap times.
Yeah, there's your gap there. We'll hop on, show you the tail. That's what it looks like. So he is coming out of the bus stop as they're going in. That's 4 seconds. Or no, sorry. That is 3 seconds. But that gap to Carl seems to be closing slowly.
If I were Justin here, I would push Carl to try and catch John.
Yeah.
They can use their draft to get together to catch him.
So looking through here. And the question is, because, I mean, if you're Justin, you've got 3 guys you have to worry about here. You have to worry about Carl, and you have to worry about Jonathan. You know, if you push Carl ahead of John, well, I mean, that's a big gap they got right there, running wide in turn 1. I'm wondering, did Justin not take tires? Maybe.
I don't know. He had been struggling before the pit stop. Carl was able to breeze by him, and Justin seems to be struggling, but I don't know.
I mean, because if you just overcook turn
maybe.
1, you overcook turn 1. As we say, it sucks to suck, but things do happen in racing.
Yeah.
That gap though, 2.8 now. So in the infield, Carl taking 2/10 out of Schwartz there. And Schwartz is in the Porsche as well, so there should be no top speed, no advantage for Schwartz.
Yeah. Just gonna be a pace race. Who's got the best pace?
But Mason, let's see, that is a 3.7. Why is Mason off pace here? Mason is missing a front bumper.
Yes, because he slammed into the rear of James Molyneux into the entrance of the bus stop. I was very curious. I was like, why is James Molyneux stopped at the bus stop?
When was that? Is that here?
Yeah, Mason kind of turned into him going into the bus stop. I'm not sure what that was about.
Let's see. Let's watch this closely here. Hit play, go.
James Molyneux does have a black flag. He does have a meatball, I should say, sorry.
We'll have to find...
Mason is towing.
Where is Mason on my screen here? There's Mason. We'll watch this from Mason's perspective. Yeah, from here. Actually, let's go nose. Let's go look over.
Mason losing it in turn 1. And yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. He just kind of turns in to the right of Molyneux a little bit. And, I don't know.
Oh, here, watch. I think I know. It is. So we're coming up to the 2. Molyneux's breaking point is that little bit earlier. And
yeah, but I don't know why
down.
Mason kind of shifted to the right there. I feel like I would have just stayed in the middle of the track. I don't know if maybe she was just trying to get a better line through the bus stop, or I'm not sure.
Although it looks like Schwartz has put the pedal down a little bit. The gap is up to 3.4 now.
Yeah.
Over Carl. And Justin there on the back door of Carl. So, those two they're going to need to work together to close that gap down to Jonathan. Unless, like you said, he just short pitted with that little bit less fuel.
Yeah, he definitely took less fuel. I mean, a 4 or 5 second faster stop than the 2 cars behind you. That's you don't just gain 4 or 5 seconds out of nowhere. So there's no doubt he's short pitted to try and gain an advantage. But he's gonna have to take more fuel now on his last stop. So we'll see how that works out.
Well, you know how long these pit stops take? 18 seconds. That seems like that's a little bit above yours. I mean, if he didn't take how much is the windscreen clear?
I think that's a second. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not something that simple. Although I mean, if he took 2 or 3 tires and they took 4, could it be that? Because 14 seconds, I think that's right there at a full tank.
Possibly. I mean, I feel like Carl would know, and same with Justin, that you should be taking 3 tires. There is a chance, but I mean, the rest of the drivers, pit times in and out is 48 seconds, 50 seconds, Nathan Sides, Stoneman with a 49.3, Ricky with a 50. And I know Nick Terrell knows to take,
Yeah,
you know,
I was
3
going to say
tires.
that. Yeah, Nick definitely knows. Ricky
So,
knows. I mean, they played the game with
they
you
know
and
what they're
Mason.
doing. Yeah. So I just think he's short-pitted, and it's not the first time he's done that. Last season he did the same thing. It didn't really work out for him last season, but you know, we'll see what he can do here.
Well, you also had
He's-
you and Mason being able to cooperate and push each other.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true.
Y'all could run the same pace, save even more fuel. And what is it when you like short pit someone that's short pitted?
Why?
the double short.
I guess so. Yeah.
I think there was one race I remember seeing. Your pit time was like 3 seconds because you only needed a splash. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I think it was Road America where both me and you ran out of fuel.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a tough race. That one. But I just miscalculated on that one. It happens, you know. You can't get it right every time.
Ricky Renner trying to make a move here on Nathan's sides. It looks like thinks
Felt a
better
little
of it,
close
backs
there.
out. But
He
hold.
was on the inside there a little bit.
I'll say it looks like he's holding that inside line a lot easier. You know. Hey, Ricky doing pretty well. Not in the Porsche.
No, no. He should be able to survive
It
this
seems
one.
weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Looking back through here, most of the field's got a little bit of a gap here and there. Although, we got Eli Brandel and Braden Carlson about a second apart back here. Bronson Stafford and Josh Betts about... Yeah, you got these 3. Shane, they're all about 3/10. Shane's up 17 positions now. So... You know, I guess you put a NASCAR guy in a Mustang on a track that I guess NASCAR runs too. Doesn't do half bad.
Yeah. He knows to hold that apron line.
But it's kind of weird. You look through and you see these guys' best laps: 144.3, 144.4, 144.5, 44.4, 44.5, 44.9, 44.6, 6, 7, 7, 7. And then there's like a gap with the guys that have run the 145s.
Yep.
Looks like checking in with Mark Gonzalez here, I guess after taking his fast repair. Is made his way back up to 16th after being almost dead last. And checking in on another commentator here, of course, in a Mustang will be Tyler Skosen. So, not a complete loss when it comes to running road races. He was led a lot of the race in Xfinity earlier this week before he got dropped by iRacing for packet loss.
Oh.
Yeah, never what you want to see.
No, no.
Let's look through here, see some of these other guys who we've got. Checking on Josh Anderson after his earlier mishap, running in 30th. So looks like his last okay, he got caught. So it looks like he got 7 minutes of pit time. I've got a feeling somebody did not click their fast repair on. As we check back up
I'd
in
have
the
been
front.
checked that one.
Let's see, looks like Schwartz up to a 4-second gap over Carl and Justin here. So maybe he's going to make that short pit work for him. So I was sitting there trying to think. I'm trying to remember the last time Carl won a core event.
I haven't done too many races with Carl, so
I think it's going to be the street stock series we did probably. Before that, it would have been the little beginner dirt series Carl ran.
Mm.
Showing a accident for William Burrell here. What happened for him? Did he stick a tire off in the... Oh!
Oh, whoa.
That's not a great spot to get hit.
No.
And I don't
That's
think
gonna
the
be some
back end of
damage
that
on that right
McLaren,
side.
yeah. Yeah, William runs over there in CSRL, so. And then showing an off track for Paul Lawson here. What happened with him? Oh! Yard sale. There's some Ferrari pieces for sale in the infield.
That's a rough hit. That's a really
See
hard
your
hit.
local Tifosi for that. Yeah. That you don't try to drive that one back, you just tow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So showing an accident
Wouldn't
here
be much left of the car.
for Brendan Mateo in the, I believe that's an Acura. What happened here?
Yeah, I saw that one coming, yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of an Audi spin.
Let's see. Another one for Robert. I don't know about another one, but one for Robert Kinney here. Down into turn one. Oh! That's a little weird. Guess he got on the gas and it just kind
Interesting
of
one.
rotated on him.
Yeah.
Got one here for Alan Gullison. What happened to Alan here? Oh, little too much gas. This, somebody needs to tell Alan this is not Ken Block's Gymkhana. Let's see. Any other ones we got here? No, those are all after the pit phase. Huh. What happened with Jack Peterson here? Whoa! Hold up.
Bit of an adventure off the track.
Oh. That's Stoneman there.
That's a bit of contact.
Oh!
Oh, that's definitely contact on the rear.
Yeah, that,
Okay. And we let him back by, though. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Let him back by.
It's nice when you see these guys, you know, give each other some
Yes.
respect. You know, I mean, they're trying to race close, but, you know, sometimes we have netcode and all other things, and, you know, that's why we review these races to see what was going on. But looking back up here, still the closest battle on track is going to be between Carl and Justin. Justin just not able to get anything really done on Carl there. I'm guessing that Porsche has just a little too much motor for that Acura to really draw up even where he needs to be.
Mm-hmm. Brendan Carlson trying to make a move here down turn one on the inside. On the inside into turn one.
Looking like Stoneman giving him a little bit more room than he gave Peterson a minute ago. McLaren looking a little twitchy there on throttle. Normally not a spot where the McLaren has any issues putting the power down.
Just a little bit. Yeah, they've also got a battle going on behind them. Eli and Brandon there.
Yeah.
Running a pretty close race here.
A nice Bill Stein paint job on that Porsche.
Yeah. I think he's been running that since last season. It looks good though.
Yeah.
Very nicely done.
So the question is how much of a draft does that McLaren get off that big rear end of the Porsche? That was always my problem running the Porsches. You know, it had a good top speed, but also anybody that got behind you, God, did they get a good run sometimes.
Eli going for the move into the bus stop. That's very brave. Very brave.
Yeah. Braden decided to back out.
Gonna run a bit wide there, be slow on the exit. Carlson's gonna have a chance to get a run here. Going up high to come down, possibly. Oh, we got a slow down.
Oh, that's not what you want to see there.
No.
And then right
I think he
here.
got that slowdown on the entry into the bus stop. What a shame. That was a good battle.
Running back through here. Uh-oh. Got Carl and Justin there going side by side for a second. Yeah.
This is just helping out John all along. He's pulled away 2 seconds since the pit stop.
Yep. But looking through here, I mean, go back. So these two are just kind of doing their thing. Stoneman caught back up to the back of Peterson here. Gonna try to make another run at it.
And Acura just able to break that much later than the McLaren.
Yeah. Let's see. Check this top speed here. See if the Acura has anything for the McLaren. And it doesn't really seem for that gap to be closing. I mean, maybe a little bit.
Very subtle. The Acura is not the fastest thing in the world on the straights.
And
Very
looking
subtle.
like the... It looks like he's getting a little bit of a better exit out of the bus stop, though. Although Schwartz into the pits now.
Early
he
stop
was-
from taking that short pit earlier. Had to come in early.
So he's got to have about 20 minutes to go. He's going to be marginal, I think.
I think he'll make it to the end. He wouldn't have pit, I don't think, if he couldn't make it to the end. But my concern now is for him, him coming out behind drivers who are going to be racing with him. That's going to lose the 2-3 seconds that he's gained in front of Carl.
Yeah.
And
Because he'll have to get
just
around
now.
both Braden Carlson and Eli Brandel.
Yeah,
So let's pull up our pitch strategy here. And you can see Handwork getting 12 laps the first go round. And let's see, where did he disappear to? Schwartz pitting on 22. So he only got 10 laps out of that stint. So let's see. So if you're doing 10 laps at 1 and 2, Schwartz is going to be very close on fuel, I think. Well, no, he can get 11 so pretty easily, maybe 12. So
he should be good to the end, I think.
should
We've also
be.
dropped a lap. We were supposed to go 34 laps. Now we're only going to go 33 laps, with the 34th lap being the final lap of the race. So he might have thought this out properly, but we'll see. Justin coming into the pits now.
Carl staying out.
Carl should stay out an extra 2 laps, so that's good.
Because if he pitted on, so you got 12, and if he gets, so this is 11, so yeah, he'll be able to get one more. I mean, that's the other thing is, though, with Carl pitting that late, getting those fresher tires at the end, being able to just absolutely wail on them.
Mm-hmm. Eli coming into the pits.
Maybe not give you a huge thing over Justin, but over someone like Schwartz that pitted a couple laps earlier still might have a little something. But right here, Munsell coming out, and he looks to be about 4 seconds
behind John.
behind. So it looks like made up a little bit of time in the pit there. Schwartz still taking 17 seconds in the pits. The fastest one in the pits for this round, too.
Yeah.
So probably not taking a full tank.
No, I don't. The second stop typically isn't a full tank stop. It's still quite a long stop, though, at 48. Justin at 49, so he almost did the exact same time on his pit stop as before.
So Carl, Ricky, and Braden, the only ones to stay out those extra laps there.
Carl should be coming in, I would think.
Now, Carl
Yes.
will go one.
He's coming
Yeah.
in.
He could go one more.
Yeah.
but that's
I
less
think
fuel
I
he has
think he
to
just
take.
did that one more. I think. See what this time looks like now. Carl should have a pretty short stop. No tire change. The car's not going up on the jacks. He should be in and out.
We'll keep an eye on Schwartz here. He's coming around, but Carl is moving now.
Still leaving the pits out. Short's able to get by. That's pretty good move, but that time is closer.
Yeah, that time down to 2.
About when they left the pits the first time, about 3 seconds, 2.8.
Yeah, but Carl only 1.7 seconds, 1.6 seconds faster in the pits on that phase than Jonathan.
He did have a faster stop.
So that's definitely something to keep in mind.
Carl should be able to work now because he's got a gap on Justin. So he should be able to put in the work and really try and chase down John here.
Yeah, looking at our lap times there, the gap. It's hard.
Reading Carlson coming out in front of Eli.
Yeah, we'll do the lap time.
Eli having about a 5:10 slower stop.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait for them to finish another lap or two for their lap times to tell me anything. But looking back through here, Nathan Sides and Nick Terrell, those two are nice and close. And like most of the race, Peterson and Stoneman, battle of the jacks.
Yep.
So, and then you have Eli and Braden here. Yeah. I'm sorry, but just seeing the Buc-ee's logo on a McLaren, it's just wrong. Like, there's so many different companies that would sponsor a McLaren, but I just feel like...
Yeah. Does feel a bit different. Eli should have... Oh, ran a little wide there on the exit, but he should have the draft. 7/10 back, but there's still the draft back there.
Yeah. Oh, especially behind that big old fat wing of that Porsche.
Yeah.
You know, I think the only thing that gives a better draft is the Merc.
Yeah, the Merc does give good draft.
He pulled in almost 2, 3.
Yeah. Mark Gonzalez also getting a massive run on Brunson as well into turn 1. They're lifting.
In the brakes.
Mark is lifting. Okay. Yeah. He did have a draft that was pulling on him.
Maybe he underfueled a little bit to try to make up some time and has to save just a wee little bit.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Mark with the 46.4 stop. And then Brunson with the 49.
Yeah, 15 seconds stopped versus 17 seconds stopped for Bronson.
2 seconds.
Check back up with our leaders here. Okay, we'll have some info as they come by the line this time here. So Schwartz.
Carl and John staying relatively at the same distance amongst each other.
Yeah.
Carl not really gaining too much.
But Carl,
John not really losing too
4
much.
seconds ahead of Justin there. So I wonder if that Justin trying to look and keep making moves on Carl was costing him that 2 seconds on Jonathan. Yeah, last lap 44.7 for Jonathan, 45.1 for Carl. So Carl's still going to be on cold tires. We'll see after another lap if he can start punching into that time. But we only have about 13 minutes left.
Not a lot of time left.
Yeah. So we're going to take a short break here, let y'all have a little love to hear it segment, and we'll be back shortly. And there, Don, we saw a little bit of action there between Stoneman and Peterson. Those two have been at it tooth and nail all race.
Very close racing here at Daytona. That's what I love about this track. It really entices drivers to send it, and we're really open about the commitment of their moves. Everybody races here quite a lot. In 24 hours we spend at least one time this year on this track, and you know, it really shows here. People learning on where they can send it, where they can push it over the edge.
Oh, yeah. Last year for the 24, I think I put 32 hours of me driving the Cadillac GTP to learn the track in that car.
That's a long time.
I didn't hop back in the track or the car, I didn't do that combo again the rest of the year. I was done with it after that. LMP2 was easy compared to that.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a little bit of a battle here between Nick Terrell and Nathan Sides. Actually, it looks like Nathan's just straight pushing Nick.
Yeah, you might try to send the move. It's better to push for now and then wait for turn one. You might try and get something into turn one.
Well, if you do it right, you can give him a little shove right before the braking zone.
No,
And,
he's just backing out that.
Or maybe he already knows exactly where he can make his move, and he's just biding his time.
Yeah.
But back here again, you have Jack Peterson and Jack Stoneman.
Mm-hmm. Very close to each other all race.
And then right here, these other two, Braden and Eli, they've just been going at it tooth and nail. Yeah, it does seem like the McLaren may be a little better on the brakes than some of these other vehicles, especially into one. That is one thing I did enjoy driving it. You can dive it in so hard.
Yeah, you can brake quite a bit later in the McLaren. What's so great about it?
And then back here, you have Bronson Stafford and Shane Theron. These two have been going at it. We've got about 6.5 minutes to go in this race before the timer will hit 0. But we may get that extra lap. What is your info telling us, Dom? How many more laps do we have left?
About 4 laps. And John and Carl crossing the line to make it 3 laps.
So 3 laps, that means, looks like Schwartz would need to make it 11. He did 12 the first stop, so should be okay for that.
Should be. Does have a
Looks
meatball.
like Carl was blinking out there for a second. Let's see what happened to Eric here. Oh, caught a little bit of the... Ooh.
Yeah, big hit there.
Bye-bye nose.
Bernie Carlson, though, looks like he tried to go for the move there on the inside up into turn 1. Oh, sorry, Eli tried to go on the outside into turn 1.
You gonna try the cutback line? Or is it a double cross? I don't know what that is. Looks like he was going to try to cross over to the outside. That's normally not what you see, but you see him looking. Yeah, he's going for the cutback now.
Super tight.
And Braden's good at that. He can make that already wide Porsche just that little bit wider and really give your day just a hard time.
Yeah.
Looking back here.
He's going to have the draft, though, on him on the exit of the bus stop again.
Looking here, you got Ricky Renner and Kelly Pointer. These two have been up in your top 5 all night, and I have not seen either one of them. Other than when Kelly was running with Mason, I haven't seen these two battling anybody, really. I've just been out here for a nice Thursday afternoon stroll. Maybe pop down to the pub for a pint.
Yeah.
Here we go. And this is Nick Tyrrell and Nathan Sides.
Yeah.
So Tyrrell finally got around Sides there.
Eli and Braden going again into turn 1. Eli might lift here, maybe.
I try for the outside. Nope. Gonna hold it.
That's a GTP
Try and get a
line.
better line. Oh, a
See.
little slip there on the exit. He slid there on the exit. Not gonna get a good of a run.
Oh,
Rating holding the inside. Eli might go for the switchback.
yeah, the problem is Eli's
almost had
parking
it.
it right there.
Yeah.
He's not parking at the apex. It's like he's parking it in the last third, right past the apex, right where you need that. I mean, Braden
Eli
was
going
in
again
silver
on down on
last,
the outside. Ooh, trying to hold it. He can hold it if he gets a gas.
Come
Give
on,
it gas.
come on.
There it is.
Now it's a drag
He got on the
race.
gas.
Now it's a drag race. McLaren brakes a little better.
Very nice.
And
Eli leaving the space. Eli will have the inside though, which is a
So,
better line to have on the oval. So
this is what I want to know. Who wins this drag race?
Braden will just have to tuck in behind. Eli's got the optimal line on the inside, so Braden's just gonna have to tuck in. Eli can come over. He doesn't have to leave him that much space. Anyway though, we go through the bus stop here. Braden aiming for a good exit.
Yep. But if he's gonna have to go around the outside,
He might just push him and wait till turn 1 again.
That's what I do.
Yeah, but that was the problem. Is that McLaren has seemed to be a little better on the brakes into turn 1.
Already going alongside.
He may have enough. He can cut his line off down in there.
Yep. Eli should be able to seal this position here. Braden, oh, Eli going. Oh, he held it off though. Eli went to the left. He held it off.
So that's the problem with the Porsche. There is if you try driving it that deep into the brakes of 1, all that weight in the rear, it just wants to spin you.
Yep.
I mean, just a solid performance out of these two all night. And checking back over here, Stoneman and Peterson. Stoneman has gotten... No, yeah, it's Peterson has been trying to get around Stoneman. He just hasn't had that good run yet, although this time got that gap down to under 3/10 coming around here. You know, might need to sell him a fake dummy move.
Possibly. White flag is out. This is the last lap of the race. Last lap of the race.
So that means Schwartz will have to have made 12. Is he going to run out of fuel?
Carl is just now entering 1 second. Just now entering 1 second of his draft. It's going to be a very close finish here between these two.
I'm wondering if Schwartz was not anticipating this last lap.
Possibly.
See if Carl has something, because he gained half a second on that last lap on him.
Mm-hmm. All he needs is about 8/10 and he'll be in the draft comfortably here.
Yeah, he's got 8.9. 9.
There it is. 8/10. There.
The question
He's
is,
just he's got to get a good bus stop.
I know there's other battles going on, but I want to see, did Schwartzman call it right?
7/10. He's lifting.
Because if Carl can come out about 6,
Carl slid. That's too much. That's gonna be a slowdown.
Carl, get back on it, because you never know.
He's got that slowdown now.
Does he?
Carl did get a slowdown, yeah.
Schwartz is running way
But
up
he's
high.
slowing down as well. Yeah, Schwartz is driving. You might. Ooh, this is gonna. Carl's got to slow down. He didn't slow down. That really sucks for Carl there. He would have had him. He would have been so close to having him if he didn't get that slowdown. Because John was driving half throttle on that straight for the fuel. And Carl got that slowdown in the bus stop. He sent it a little too hard. But either way, Kelly comes in P5, Nick in P6, Nathan crossing in P7.
Say Jack Stoneman. Oh, Peterson got around Stoneman. We'll have to try to find
Eli,
that.
Eli and Braden though coming across the line. This is gonna be really close. Tooth and nail here. Oh, this is gonna be a photo
Eli.
finish here.
Getting the side
Braden's
draft
gonna get him. Braden's gonna get him. Wow.
from the inside. Do we
What
get
a
some?
finish there by those two. He does get him by. Good finish. Good finish by those drivers there.
And then 0.06 of a second is the gap there. And then we have Bronson and Shane. Anything going here? Oh, is he running out of fuel?
Oh, he ran out of fuel there across the line. That's gonna be
Oh,
close.
he held it. He held it.
He just held it.
Point
Just held it.
0.03. 0.03 of a
Just held
second.
it, man. Wow.
Gonna be
The
looking forward to
environment
seeing
taking
some of those.
P25. Joshua Betts taking P17. And I think Matt has already crossed the line, or is he just now crossing? For
Matt should
P18.
be, I think.
Yeah.
And Eric Martin, where is he? He's in the pits, not running anymore. So that should
everybody.
be it. Yep. Let's pull up our
Yeah.
results here real quick. And what? The pit strategy thing. All right. Your winner here tonight in Platinum and overall, Jonathan Schwartz. In second, Carl Handwork. In third, Justin Munsell. In fourth, Ricky Renner. Kelly Porter in fifth. Nick Terrell in sixth. Nathan Sides in seventh. Jack Peterson in eighth. Jack Stoneman in ninth. Braden Carlson in 10th. And here we go. See if you can play nice. Oh, perfect. 11th will be Eli Brandel. Jake Jackson in 12th. Mark Gonzalez in 13th. Bronson Stafford in 14th. Shane Theron in 15th. Tyler Scozen in 16th. Josh Betts in 17th. Matt Sisler in 18th. Tim Thompson in 19th. Brandon Mateo in 20th. Those are, let's see, getting into the lap down cars here now. 21st, John Crane. Ian Howard in 22nd. Alan Gullison in 23rd. Eric Martin in 24th. William Burrell in 25th. Josh Anderson in 26th. Robert Kinney in 27th. James Molyneux in 28th. Alexander Hamrick in 29th. Mason Smith down in 30th after that early incident. And in 31st, Paul Lawson. So, let me do these by... No. Okay. Show what the Platinum Division looks like here. Real quick, it looks like Jonathan taking the one for that. Then we need to see who got it for rookies. It's going to be Justin.
Yeah, David, that was a good run by Carl.
Bronze. Josh Betts taking a win. And silver would be Jake Jackson. And in gold will be Carl Handwork. I am assuming he is in gold, but since he is not that, we will... Let's see. Who do we have in the broadcast waiting room here? So let's see. Let's go down into... We'll pull our bronze up first, which is going to be Josh Betts. We have him. Josh, this is Dom and John in the booth. You got a copy?
Copy, guys.
So from your point of view there, tell us a little bit about the race. I didn't see you involved in too much drama.
It was a pretty clean race, honestly. Until I spun out in the first corner and had a little Austin Powers moment forward backwards, but basically just try to stay away from everyone. Just if someone was faster, just let them go, and that's basically it. Just try to stay consistent because last week I had a good race going and threw it away, so didn't want that to happen twice.
Saw that you and Ricky and was it Hamrick all running that same paint job. Messed with my mind a couple times. Yeah, once or twice I thought I saw Ricky spinning off, and it turned out to be Hamrick. But
yeah, I saw it a couple times too, but it is what it is.
well, taking home the win here in bronze tonight. So you going to be running the 24 this weekend?
Yeah, we're all running it. We got, I think, 6 guys right now. So
Full team, full house.
yeah, I've been putting a lot of time in. So.
6 guys, that's 2 extras.
Well, hopefully we have 6.
Technically.
We don't know what.
Technically, it could be 4 extras. I mean, you can always, do it 12 hours and 12 hours.
Yeah, I don't think I could drive that long. I barely make 2 hours, so
That's good.
Well,
I assume you're running the McLaren?
yeah, we're all running the McLaren. Yeah, Ricky's been
Sweet.
testing some cars, and that's what we all kind of decided on.
Hmm. Good.
so anybody you want to give a shout out on that 341 machine before we let you go celebrate for tonight?
Yeah, I want to shout out, the whole next gen team, Ricky, Nate, and all them for, helping me out a bunch. Shout out to Eric Martin for always pushing me, and then just shout out my girlfriend for putting up with me and let me come out and do this every Thursday.
Well, again, congratulations, and hopefully we will catch you next week. Wait, where is next week? I forgot to look at the schedule.
Is it Nürburgring?
Oh, yes, that's right.
Maybe?
Yep, and it's the WEC bus stop, not the silly GP one. So
And I've
you
never
can thank
driven that
Carl for
track.
once.
Oh, you'll
What?
enjoy it.
It's a good one.
It is. It's an excellent track.
Sweet. I'm pumped. I'm ready.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll catch you next week.
Yep.
All right. That was our bronze, and in next one up will be silver. All right. Where is silver? That's going to be Jake Jackson. Is he in here? Yes. There we go. Jake, this is John and Dom in the booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
So, it seems like you and who was it? Well, no, it wasn't Mark. No, you were, for the most part, you were kind of on your own there tonight, weren't you?
Yeah. I mean, I was pretty far back. I thought I'd just try to survive, but I caught up to Alan. Kind of got into him a little bit into turn one. And then like the lap after that, I think he spun in the bus stop, and then I was just going through it, through the lap traffic, trying to stay out of the class in front. Just not die myself. I had one moment that was pretty scary. But sent me across the infield. I don't know if you guys caught that or not, but
Oh, yeah, we
went all
did.
the way across. Yeah, that was a brown flag moment for sure.
Yeah, I keep getting messed with. We've got so many similar names now, like Peterson and Stoneman, the two Jacks. So two Jacks, a Jake, a Josh. All these
Yeah, I
four-letter
get
J names.
confused as well.
Yeah, but good performance tonight. Held off Mark Gonzalez after his early little mistake there. So, congrats
Thank you.
for doing
Yeah,
that.
I was nervous when I saw him so far ahead after qualifying. And then I drove past him when he spun. And then after the second stop, I was just watching the relative, trying to keep ahead. And luckily, we didn't have one more lap at the end. Otherwise, he would have caught me for sure. But yeah, glad the time was in my favor tonight.
Well, congratulations. You looking forward to Nürburgring next week?
Yes and no. Should be fun as always, but challenging, no doubt.
Well, all right. Well,
Exciting.
yep. Well, we'll let you go. And was there anybody you want to give a shout out to before we do let you go? Actually,
No. That's all right. Not tonight. Thank you guys. Good job as always in the booth.
well, hopefully we made this one interesting.
Sure was at the end.
All right. Well, that was Jake Jackson in winning the silver division. And you know what? I'm going to pull Ricky in here and let you take this one away, Dom.
Hey, Ricky, John and I in the booth. You got a copy?
How's it going, fellas?
Yeah, we saw your race out there. It was pretty nonchalant for the most part. We didn't really see you in too many carnage, and we saw you weren't driving the McLaren. So what was that switch up?
It was more getting ready for the 24-hour. The bop hit the Porsche pretty hard originally with like the 2% power hit, and we're like, yeah, no, we got to get out of this thing. It's like driving with a parachute tied to the back of it. So been driving the McLaren for it, so we figured we just stick to it tonight. Even though I know it's not adjusted for the Porsche, and the Porsche is really nice here, as is. but we just wanted to stick with what we were driving, do a little test session, and I still managed to spin it through the bus stop on lap 1. So
Ooh.
standard stuff.
I was wondering what happened to you. I think that one didn't pull up on SDK.
Yeah, I didn't hit anybody. I kept it out of the back, but someone came down the inside of me. We were all just single file, and someone went to go down the inside, so I had to keep it on late, and then almost rear-ended Nick, and just a little too much brake first lap, and lost the rear going into it. But I kept it out of the wall. But then we were like P22 or something, coming out of there down the front stretch on the first lap. So a lot of work to do, but it worked out.
Yeah, that's good. You made a good comeback and gained 5 positions out of all of that. So that's a really good smooth race you had here so far. You think you had anything for Justin and the guys up front, or was it just kind of smooth sailing from here on out?
I think lap time wise, think I could have been in that pack and kept going with them. I don't know if from where I started, I lost my last lap in qualifying through the bus stop, just a little too wide on the exit. Or we could have been P2 there. But starting 9th, I don't know that I could have got through the pack quick enough to go with them. But if I had been up there, I think we'd have been all right.
That's very nice, very nice. Well, you come away with the P4, which is big achievements. Are you excited for Nürburgring next week? GP, not the Norwich Live.
Yeah, the GP
sad
track's
for
fun. The other one has too many corners and too many
It does
too many
not have too many
distractions.
corners.
It's got too many distractions, man. Riding on the road, beautiful houses along the way. I just get distracted when I'm out there, you know.
Extra braking points. That's all you
Extra
need.
brake points. That's what I need. I need more places to hit the brakes and more walls to hit and more corners to do 360s through.
Sweet.
Overall, man, it was a really good race tonight. Good comeback. Like I said, I think I was 22nd crossing the line the first lap, so to get all the way back through was really good. Some nice clean overtakes. No contact with anyone tonight. It was a fun race.
Nice. That's glad. Good to hear. Good to hear. Well, we're happy to see you next week. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to or thanks to tonight?
Just the whole next gen team, everybody, and then Eric Martin. We've all been practicing, getting ready for the 24-hour. Nathan Nickerson, he's been driving a bunch with me, but unfortunately he's moving right now, so he had to miss tonight. Some people are probably happy about that. But yeah, all the guys for supporting us and you guys for putting on this thing. It's an awesome series, and I love racing it.
Hey, I still made a core race when I was moving. I literally set the rig up in the garage.
He prioritized the 24-hour for some reason over a series
Okay.
that he has a drop race. I don't understand it. It doesn't even make sense.
I'll give him that. Because of the 24, I'll give him
makes
that.
Oh, come on, don't go soft on him now. I know he's watching right now, so let him have it. I mean, he's got to start from last next week or something.
I can talk to Carl about that and see if we can arrange a little something.
We'll probably manage it somehow anyways, don't worry.
All right. Anybody want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Just all the guys that I just gave a shout out to.
Oh.
Short-term memory goldfish.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We appreciate you coming up here into the booth, and great finish here, great comeback, and we're happy to see you next week. Good luck on the 24.
Yeah, hopefully to be back in here after the race.
All right, have a good night.
All right, see you guys.
All right, that was Ricky Renner, first and technically gold because of that. And let's pull in our podium positions here. This will be Justin. This is John and Dom in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you guys.
So, the top three there, that first stint, you were all, nice and close within about a second of each other. But coming out of the pits there, seems like Carl got a little bit of a gap on you and then kind of stretched it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think after the first pit stop, I was ahead of Carl. He kind of positioned himself right behind me, but I did bobble, let him get by. We were actually just talking in the chat, and we were so focused on racing each other, I didn't even notice that John had gone out to a 3 or 4 second gap on that first pit stop. Which was wild because I felt like I nailed my pit stop and didn't take tires, and felt like I couldn't have done much better. So having a guy get out there with a 3-second lead was wild. But
Yeah,
just
he
find out that
short pitted Joel.
yeah, he's short pitted, and I told him kudos to him because if I would have known that we would have had an extra lap of fuel, man, that would have been a game changer because it was. He was able to get past us and get out to clean air and didn't have us in his wake, so that was kind of the difference. And as far as Carl's concerned, I just lost. I think I lost a little bit on that second pit stop, and that was kind of that. Um, had to pit one lap earlier than those two, so I think I was kind of um, I was more or less screwed before everything even started.
So yeah, that the Porsche have a little too much in the straightaways for the Acura here tonight.
That's what it felt like to me. Man, I was telling them too on that first run. I truly did feel like I was the fastest one. It didn't matter because if I couldn't break that 6 to 8 tenth of a second gap, it just I couldn't get by, or I couldn't get out of that draft. And they were so much faster on the straights, even with the draft or without it. Just I couldn't compete. Once I got to sixth gear, it bogged down. Um, so yeah, they had the advantage for sure, but I know my car drove in harder on a corner, so I can make up that pace pretty quick in the infield section. But yeah, on the straights and in the turns, the actual super speedway turns, it was tough.
I mean, that's only what, half to 3/4 of the lap. It feels like.
Right, but it's enough to where it makes it difficult to defend. Which if you don't
Oh,
if you don't nail the corners, they're gonna blow by you. And I was able to nail the corners for all but one lap on that first run, and that was enough for Carl to get by me and lose the lead for the rest of the race.
yeah, I mean, you could have had a race like my Daytona 24 last year, where somebody loaded a Road Atlanta setup right before the race.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
I'm,
you get up on the speedway, and it's like, where'd they go?
exactly. Yeah, I mean, and honestly, compared to what happened last week, I'm pretty happy with the clean third place finish. I mean, John is a stellar road course racer, and Carl, he was really good tonight too. So, and hey, I'll take it.
Well, congratulations on a podium place there in third. Anybody you want to give a shout out to on that 098 before we let you go celebrate?
Just want to shout out my team at Sky Motorsports, the likes of Bronson Stafford, Shane Terrian, Matt Muir, all those guys over there. Also appreciate you guys taking the time to do the broadcast. It's always nice when a league can provide that and have gentlemen like yourselves be able to do it. So I appreciate you guys. And yeah, have a good rest of the night.
Well, we appreciate it. And hey, up here in the booth, we have to thank you all for putting on a good performance between you and Carl. And then even back there, Shane and Bronson, they were running together quite close for a while.
Absolutely. Yep. Always want to put on a show.
Well, congratulations. And you ready for Nürburgring next week?
I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it for next week, but we'll be back the following week wherever we're at.
All right. Well, hopefully catch you on the podium again then.
Sounds good, guys. Have a good night.
All right, that was Justin Munsell in third, and pull Carl in here. Carl, this is John and Dom in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, boys.
Well, since you've interviewed Dom so many times, I think it's about time Dom interviews you.
Sounds like a plan.
Well, how the times have turned. The tables have turned. Wow. Well, Carl, that was a very interesting race you put on for us tonight. You want to walk us through the start of that race? I mean, it was quite a lot going on. You and Justin were really close there, and then we'll get to the finish later. But I mean, we'll just talk about the beginning of the race. Just walk us through your thoughts there.
Well, I needed a little comeback after last night in the LMP2 and dying in turn number 2. So I was already telling the guys that I was happy I made it to the International Horseshoe on lap 1 for this one. But yeah, I mean it was a heck of a fun race between me, between John and Justin all at the front there. We kind of broke away a little bit there, 3-car breakaway, but man, it was fun running tight with those guys through the first stint. And came into the pits, and it kind of confused me with John when he came in, and I hit my pit box first. He just after
Mhm.
me, but he left before me. So I'm like, what am I missing here? Did I do something different here? I mean, I maxed out on fuel, but it kind of hit me pretty quickly that he was kind of taking his short pit first and then going from there. But I was surprised how big of an advantage it gave him coming out of there.
Mhm.
I figured even with Justin, I figured that he was actually going to get me on the undercut there by a lap, but it worked out. I was able to just get out there right aside of him. He blew through the hairpin and got back in his second, and that might have been the chance that at least got me a chance at the end.
Mhm. Yeah, we were watching both your guys' battles there between you and John. You were closing in on John a little bit at some times after you had gotten around Justin, going onto the oval there, and then you would close in on him, and then sometimes you'd fall back a little bit, but then you'd close back in on him. Do you think you had the pace over John tonight? Was that really the issue? Was it tires? Did you take any tires in your pit stop, or did he take any tires? What's going on there?
I don't think he took any tires. I didn't take any tires all night.
Oh, okay.
I'm so used to running these cars double and triple stints back when that the tire time took so long and that you actually thought about double and triple stinting. So I'm so used to
Yep.
running these tires to the bone. So I didn't take any tires tonight, but yeah, I mean, I knock on wood, and I know it kind of sounds crazy, but yeah, actually, I feel like I had some pace on him tonight, and maybe the race winning pace because I was able to run him down there at the end, kind of multiple times. I got
Mhm.
close. It was to like 1.5 seconds, and then a lap car kind of moved out of the way for him at the right spot and kind of got in my way at the wrong time. Not
Yeah.
not blaming him at all. I mean, he was just running his
Mhm.
line. He just went a little bit wide, and it was just kind of worst case scenario for me. But yeah, I kind of put the bit back in my teeth and ran him back down again. And I didn't think I was going to have a chance at him. And then all of a sudden, with like coming to the white flag, I was like 1.2, something like that. And I'm like, oh, if I just get a couple more tenths in this first couple sectors here, I can have a chance at the draft. And I did, but the bus stop hit me. And the Porsche, for some reason, it did not want to rotate to the right in a lot of the corners, but especially in the bus stop, it just was not wanting to rotate to the right like I wanted it to. And I was kind of tentative all night. That's why I sucked through the bus stop all night. But last lap, I kind of just I threw it in there a little bit harder. It bounced around a
Yeah.
little bit, and yeah, that was the end of it. I got a a penalty coming out.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that, just going to mention that we were watching your whole last lap altercation there between you guys, getting close to each other at the end, and then you having to slow down just before the line.
I just want to make him sweat a little bit.
Yeah, it was really close. I was like, oh, is he gonna get him? And then you slowed down. There was so much going on there.
It's
And
gonna be
then
interesting for you guys.
coming into it, yeah, I was like, oh, he's got to definitely, he's gonna send it through the bus stop. He's got to get that time back. He's 8 tenths. He's gonna get him. Oh, and then it's like, oh, and he slowly ran wide. Oh, it crushed my heart, but it was still a good race out there. It was really, really good to go back and watch all of that happen. But anybody else you want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
Yeah, shout out to all these drivers out here. It was a blast running out here. I mean, obviously this is just a one-off for me and a little extra practice for the Daytona 24. I want to wish good luck to everybody here in Core that is going to be running the 24 this weekend in any of the
Mhm.
cars that you're running in. So hopefully bring back some wins and show us for sure. But thank you guys up there in the booth putting it on for all the fans out there. If fans out there watching, if you haven't done so yet, hit that like and subscribe and help these boys out because it's fun being out there in the track, but it's just as fun being up there in the booth. So appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you putting on a good race for us. We had like 3 or 4 different battles. You have to go back and watch. There were some good ones.
Absolutely, buddy.
Yes. Are you gonna be racing with us next week? Next week is Nürburgring. Are you any interested at all?
Nope, this was my one-off. That I'm fine. Just taking that one off. I'm gonna take my second place. I'm gonna take my ball and go home.
Yep. Sounds about right. Well, it's all good. Well, I wish the best of luck to you in your 24-hour race coming up soon, and we'll catch you in the next race, whenever that it may be.
All right, sounds good, boys.
Yep. Have a good night.
That was Carl handwork for our second place there overall. Let's pull the winner, Mr. John Schwartz in here. John, this is Dom in the booth, and John in the booth. You got a copy.
I do.
So looking at tonight, sounds like the short pit was the right call. Let you break the draft and catch a little bit of traffic to your favor, and you kind of kept Carl back there the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, looking back at it, I, I feel like it's deceivingly like the right decision because on one hand, sure, I built that gap initially and was able to break the draft that they weren't staying with me, but I kept checking my delta and I was like, it looked like they were within a tenth of two of each other, and I was like, maybe they could just keep bump drafting each other and close the gap while I'm over here just with no one. So I don't know if they were thinking about that at all, but yeah, definitely early through the race, I was like, this first stint, I was happy to be hanging with those guys, but I knew that even if I get out in front, it's going to be hard to hold them off. So I had to just try something different. And even with that move, I was like, if I just make one mistake, get a slowdown, and then they catch up, then I'm automatically on the back foot because they'll end up taking a little less fuel on the final stop. So even though there wasn't like even though I had that bit of a gap, it was as if they were right on my bumper during that full second stint there. So definitely had to be quite cautious. And then right at the end there, as Carl kept closing on me, and yeah, I don't know where the heck he got that pace from. That was pretty scary. But as soon as I saw in a mirror that he definitely went a bit wide in that bus stop, so I was like, I was waiting for him to serve the slowdown, and then he finally did. So yeah, if he managed to keep it on track there, it would have been close for sure. But definitely a really fun race.
Yeah, we saw you kind of go up there to that upper line and wondered if you'd gotten one too.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to break the draft. I was hoping he would stay low, wouldn't come behind me. So
Well, all right, so win here for you tonight. Next week we got the Nürburgring. It's the WEC layout, so it's not the clunky bus stop, or no, I shouldn't say bus stop, hairpin chicane thing, whatever you want to call it. There, you looking forward to that one, or not your favorite track?
well, I've had a little bit more experience racing at Daytona. I mean, this is my third race this week, plus the LMP2 yesterday, so I feel like I was definitely prepared, and hopefully, after the 24, I'm happy to run any track that isn't Daytona. So, yeah, I've done the Nürburgring 24 before, which I know like part of the layout is the WEC layout. So hopefully I'll get some practice in, get some sense of what the track is like there, since haven't haven't done it in some time. So
It's pretty much exactly the same as the
okay.
normal the full 24 layout. You just take a right rather than going on back onto the Nordschleife. So,
Well, I think every single time I've died in the Nerd 24, it's always been on the Nordschleife area. So I'm a fan as long as it's not in the Nordschleife. So
yeah, unfortunately it's not. If y'all were running the Nordschleife, I may have had to hop down in there to come play. I don't know. Would have broadcasted, but but no. Congratulations here for tonight. Anybody you want to give a shout out to on that 199 machine before we let you go celebrate?
yeah, huge shout out to Dom Ford for not being in the race. Yeah, I was wanted to make my race a little bit easier, and him not being here definitely helped. So yeah, just big shout out there. No, but seriously, huge shout out to Nick Terrell. He's been really helpful just in providing tips like throughout the last few weeks, just for about like which cars seem quite strong and things to avoid. Definitely had a lot of issues even in practice. Absolutely lost it in the bus stop and slammed into the tires. So even the day of the race, plenty of things to learn. But also shout out to Aerokinetics as we repping them in the Daytona 24 this weekend. But otherwise, I think that's it, along with Core for the broadcast.
All right. Well, we appreciate you putting on a good race for us here tonight, and hopefully we'll catch you next week.
Thanks. See you guys.
All right.
Have
Let's
a good
drop
night.
him back in the broadcast waiting room there. So yeah, let's quick little race recap. I mean,
Where
this
did we
was good
start?
racing. Yeah, I mean, there were a few people that had some trouble. It's Daytona. It's going to happen. But the vast majority of the guys were still out there running at the end. I mean, so
Yeah, it was a very close finish there at the end. Really surprised to see how many battles were there right there at the end. I mean, between Carl and John, and then I believe Stoneman and Braden and Eli. Those battles there at the end. And I think there was another really close finish as well. Just all battles across all the track. And I mean, that's what's great about Daytona is everybody knows this track, so everybody can push as hard as they want. We've been driving here probably well over 24 hours. If you put all of the races that everybody's done, time on the track, it's been well over 24 hours. And so that's what makes this track so alive and great. Is that you can just come out here and drive your hardest and see what you can get as a good accomplishment.
Absolutely. And everyone here from CRN, we appreciate you tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe. If you need any vinyl work done for commercial, like truck wrapping or window stuff, check out chasedecals.com. Josh can get you set up with all that, and we appreciate it, and we will catch y'all next week.
Have a good night.